Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone to the next gaming series. I am your host, DB Smiley, bringing you an absolutely crucial match in Division C West here in the Nexus Gaming series. I've been looking forward to this one all week. Periloot versus Tickle Tassadar. The number 2 and the number 3 team. Taking a look at those standings, as you can see. Tickle Tassadar in position. They can get a domination tonight. They will actually move into first place above Lurk Patrol. But Periloot is going to stand in their way, and they are no slouch. Periloot actually the only team to beat Lurk Patrol so far in a full best-of-3 series. So jumping into the draft already, some bands right out of the gate here. We got the Haka band out, a Nubrak band out. Gonna get a Falstad band as well. So trying to deny Tickle Tassadar the globals. Tickle Tassadar are one of the better teams when it comes to kind of the macro plays. They're very good at soaking, but then using globals to turn a team fight against you very quickly. Very excited for this match. Right out of the gate, Joanna, the first pick by Swill for Periloot. And she has just absolutely taken over the meta, it feels like, in a lot of ways. Taking a look at Joanna, we can actually pull up some enhanced stats here, which is always fun. As we see the ETC Brightwing, so Tickle Tassadar want to make sure they secure that global, but 4-0 Will is on Joanna. So definitely wanting to get that hero. And then we have Hanzo Tyrande, so pretty meta draft so far from Periloot. Already a little bit interesting with Bashing getting onto the Brightwing here. Not something we see a ton of. We are going to see it. And a Gul'dan banned out. Gul'dan is pretty strong right now in my view. So interesting to see him taken away so early. He's strong in team fights, but not as strong as, like, say, you know, Jaina, for example, who is still up. The fighting tends to be corridor focused here, though, so I think it makes sense from that perspective. And Li Ming banned out. That's just a targeted ban to hit Ogle the Great. Ogle the Great plays a handful of heroes at an exceptionally high level, which is to say that his play, I think, tends to make or break his team, and more often than not, it makes his team, because Ogle the Great is just an absolutely fantastic player. Hanzo is meta, yes. I was talking about is the meta draft on the left side. Yeah, Hanzo's meta. On the right side, it's the Brightwing is the not meta pick, and then we got Raynor and Imperius. So it's pretty straightforward draft. Do we get the Tracer? I think we might get Tracer here. Anytime I see Brightwing, I think it might be Tracer. Medivh. So going with an interesting pick, but a pick that I think pairs extremely well with the Chen and the Greymane. Can get them out of the fight. Medivh is strong at the moment. There's no doubt about that. So that's going to be Ogle's hero. We're going to get ready to jump into this match. I mean, all I can say is whether or not it's rare to see him in Storm League. I mean, I've seen Nazebo probably more than any hero in Storm League, and he's fucking awful. Like, you know, I mean, taking a look at this, like, Hanzo's at a 25% popularity rate right now. 39% win rate, not great, but that's hardly rare. And on Cursed Hollow, he's quite good. Just for both his boss clear, but also the fact that he's strong in hallway fights. So yeah, I think it's a meta pick. Fight me. We're gonna get set up here for our first match. And we're going to go ahead and introduce our two teams. On the left, it's going to be Periloot, and my player pop-up panels are not working. 1 sec.
The battle begins in 10 seconds. 5.
On the left side, we're going to have Argle Booster on Hanzo, Toasty on Raynor, Carson going to be on Imperius, Helio going to be on Tyrande, and Swill going to be on Joanna. And on the right, for Tickle Me Tassadar, it's going to be Broom Boy on ETC, Serenian going to be on Chan up in the top lane, Lunchbox on Greymane, Bashing on Brightwing, and Ogle the Great on that Medivh. So here we go, taking a look at the level 1 talents. Hanzo going with that W build, which is what I expected with the hallway fights on this map. I mean, I'm not basing it on the pro meta, I'm basing it on what I've seen in this division. And I've casted quite a few games in this division, so, you know. I mean, when I say, like, for instance, if I say Artanis is meta when we're picking Battlefield of Eternity, that doesn't mean he's meta on every single map. It just means that he's meta on Battlefield of Eternity. Like, you know, I just say a meta pick. And by the way, meta meaning he gets picked a lot, not that I think he's actually the best hero. So fight me IRL. I'm obviously joking, Butte Holiday, but meanwhile, so far, team's pretty content to play this pretty standard. Here we can see Raynor doing his camp, Greymane doing his, Brightwing solo laning Hanzo. And so far, you know, everyone playing this fairly safe. In mid, no one really stepping out of position. We are, of course, going to keep an eye on those Medivh stacks. Already up to 10. Pretty good number to reach. By the way, Butte Holiday, I just enjoy having the discussion. So obviously I'm not I'm not in any way, like, I apologize if I come across in any way sourpuss. But here we actually have an engagement onto the Bruiser camp, but this has quickly turned into a 4v5 situation. And now Toasty's gonna have a hard time getting out. Serenian, or excuse me, Carson joined the fight late, but there is a big power slide by Broom Boy. Camp is gonna be grabbed here by Lunchbox. Now Serenian's gonna be able to walk away. And I like the idea of trying to engage, but just with the Medivh, you have to recognize you are going to get engaged on faster than you maybe expect. So now we're going to have to see Periloot walk away and lick their wounds. Tickle Me Tassadar in a very good position to clear up this top siege camp and then get the first tribute. So that's a big victory for them. Going to force Hanzo to rotate down. Joanna, of course, going to be great for stalling as level 4 talents available for both teams. Joanna could force the stall. Nope, doesn't get up with the flashlight in time. Lunchbox to get the channel, so quick channel. Tickle Me Tassadar, first little lead of the game. Small one, but repeat it, the stream cut out. I apologize. I was just saying, you know, I enjoy the debate while I'm casting. I occasionally glance over at chat just to see what's going on there, but I am, let me make sure I'm on the right mic. I am on the correct mic, okay. Bruiser camp gonna be grabbed here. No it's not. I thought Bruiser camp was about to get grabbed. Raynor was in the area, but he is not anymore. So Bruiser camp's still available to be grabbed before this objective. Looks like Hanzo's going to jump onto it now with Tyrande's help. And this camp will be unmatched as Tickle Me Tassadar took their Bruiser for the last. But that said, this is a defensive positioning for the tribute. So that does favor Tickle Me Tassadar as we get a pause here from Serenian. And we're going to try to figure out what went wrong here. Okay, looks like we're good to go again. get into this. I can't type in /all, so they need to just go. Caster can't start. Watch. Here's me hitting pause break. So, alright, there we go. We are good to go now. As I'm gonna have to get back onto my follow. So, ETC gonna clean up the mid lane. I'm seen as really knowledgeable in the community. Well, that's because the community has bad taste. I'm very self-deprecating with my humor, Holiday. Don't worry, it's just who I am. Meanwhile, we have an engage here, 5v5. Good CC focus, but just Swill taking so much damage, and Helio having a hard time stepping up even with that Elune Chosen, so not able to heal Swill up with that. And with Elune Chosen down now, very vulnerable. Hanzo gonna have to leap away from Chen. Meanwhile, though, ETC's gonna be the first to go down as a very good target focus and turnaround by Periloot, and this could be the opportunity they need. But that said, their health bars are still quite low, and Taranda's having a hard time getting those heals out. Carthen on the full retreat now. Joanna gonna have to walk away. Shuzoggle the Gate is gonna get this channel here on the backside. As we do see the teams kind of disengage. Chase here on the bashing. Could portal out if needed. Doesn't need to. So Periloot getting ooh! Imperius goes down there. So Tickle Me Tassadar recovering very well from that death by ETC. Losing ETC, but still winning the shrine, and most of all, Medivh has indeed finished his Master's Touch quest. Yeah, I used to be pretty knowledgeable of that game. I admit it slacked lately, especially with... I haven't watched any of Division S, for example, just because of my job search and everything else that's gone on in my life, but I'm gonna try to watch more of it and kind of get back into the meta. Like, I'm seeing that Malfurion's kind of the third choice healer behind Ana and Tyrande, and I'm not really used to that. But we are gonna have now Tickle Me Tassadar. They're gonna have to invade to get this channel. That said, they have a full level lead. They have heroic advantage, so this should be their tribute to take with Panda Pal's Cursed Bullet, Emerald Wind, and it doesn't look like Periloot. They're just gonna have to give the curse. They're gonna have into the lanes to soak. Wise decision. And it is a stage dive ETC. Joanna did step up with the flashlight to stall, but now actually getting body blocked by Medivh. Needs to be able to get away here. Swill is a bit low. Medivh can do quite a bit of damage, though, and I don't know if Swill is... Yeah, Swill is going to drop here. So Ogle the Great going to secure another kill for his team. Good chase there. That character does damage, question mark? Yes, it does. Medivh does quite a poop load of damage. When his Master's Touch is finished, especially. But engage under the tower. They're going to move straight in. There's the Leyline Seal trying to enable Serenian to get on top of Toasty. Does manage to do so now, bashing over the wall as well. Turn on to Helio. Helio's going to go down, and Emerald Wind going to be used by Brightwing to escape this. Level 10's now here for Periloot. But this game so far looking all Tickle Me Tassadar. A lot of minions pushing up this bottom as well, have taken out the keep walls, so those two kills absolutely invaluable, forcing Joanna to leave bot lane.
Enough.
And with the curse ending, they only got a fort, so good defense there by Hanzo on the top, but they also got a fair amount of keep wall, and so they've opened up a win condition. So arguably, it's better to give up 2 forts than it is to give up a fort and a keep wall. Yeah, that feels bad, man. I agree, Ektar. But, you know, you live and learn. It looks like we're going to see boss get grabbed here. But Medivh is going to spot this out. ETC can stage dive in, Greymane running in as well. So we're going to get a 5v5 fight over this with a level 13 advantage. And Orgle Booster already quite low, using the Dragon's Arrow, but getting jumped on by Panda Pals. Hanzo, I think, is going to drop here. Down he goes. Helio getting power slid on and focused by the boss. He's going to go down. Carson, now on the run, going to drop the Panda Pals as well. And things just falling apart here for Periloot as Raynor went down and all of that also. And with this boss in this very weakened bot lane, I mean, this could very well not just be keep. This could very well be the game if they manage to get a kill or two. As this keep is already weakened. The boss, it's only a 9-minute boss, so it's not super strong, but if they manage to get this keep down quickly, it could be strong enough. So now, Medivh portal in, Starfall gonna force them off the portal, but that's a big cooldown baited out. No heroics after Hyperion goes out here. Blessed Shield will be up at 5. Leyline Seal, though, looking for the engage. As, so far, no one really dying, but Joanna is low, and Joanna gonna get taken out there by Chen. Boss moves on to core. It is low enough, though, that we're gonna see, Tickle Me Tassadar just walk away from this, but so far just dominating this game. 11-1 kills at the moment, and they have opened up their core win condition. So any team fight that ends badly in the bottom half of the map could turn into a game-ending situation. Chen gonna set up here. No, actually might move straight onto the boss. Mid lane cleared up. And still no level 13. So hard to contest if you're Periloot right now. Almost about a 2 3/4 level lead, so almost a 3 level lead. Hard to come back from that. Oh man, Medivh sitting in the eye and dropping the sprays. Goodness. You gotta respect the commitment to good solid BM. Boss pushing in the top. Gonna allow Tickle Me Tassadar to get the tribute. Level 13, equal talent here for a brief window, but that window is closing absolutely rapidly. There's the Starfall onto the Medivh portal, preventing the retreat, but now Carson in a bit of trouble. Leyline Seal is going to enable a big engage. Here comes the stage dive, not perfectly timed with the Leyline Seal, though. Now Bastion getting focused on. He gets protected, by the way. Hanzo, though, meanwhile, drops to these Panda Pals. Raynor gonna fall as well. Portal potentially an engage, looking for Swill. There is the Elune Chosen, gonna keep Swill alive. But, Periloot just having a really hard time keeping their assassins alive with these Panda Pals at the moment. They are deadly. Top keep still standing. There's a spear onto Medivh, but he's got protected, by the way. Yeah, the Chen doing good work at the moment. So we are going to see Tickle Me Tassadar get their second tribute here towards their second curse. Only needing one more. ATC pushing up the mid lane. And has that Echo Pedal to help with the wave clear and the structure damage, so that's going to go down quick. But, yeah, just Tickle Me Tassadar looking very, very strong at the moment. Periloot kind of looking lost on how to engage these team fights. Because it's just Panda Pals comes in and just, they don't really have a save for it. And this is where Tyrande can be quite weak to the dive. There's a Dragon's Arrow, kind of looking for the engage. There's the Lunar Flare as well, Starfall. But the Medivh portal comes in as well as the Leyline, and Ogle the Great just shutting that fight down. Hey, do you guys think Medivh is going to get banned on the next match? Because I have a feeling Medivh is going to get banned on the next match. Now with the Palantir advantage, they're going for their second curse. This is potentially just game-ending Hanzo, though, soaking the top, so I don't think they're going to take this fight, especially with the Medivh seeing them. So, Periloot now, struggling. Definitely on the back foot. Need to be careful with this. Medivh portaling in now onto the weakened Imperius. Imperius spear jumps out of there, dropping angelic armaments. Here comes the Emerald Wind. Gonna disrupt Carthan even more. Down goes Tyrande and all that mayhem. Then Carthan finally goes down. Swill trying to get over the wall. Can he do it in time? Portal, they really want Swill. Serenian goes in, gets low, but Bless Shield. No, there's no attempt to finish there as Argle's separated from the team. Here comes the stage dive, looking for Toasty. Down goes Toasty, or as was said in Mortal Kombat, Toasty! And now, Argle, booster, gonna dodge the leyline seal. Come on, Argle. What are you doing, trying to throw? Joking, of course. Hanzo goes down. This is a move onto core, and man, Tickle Me Tassadar looks strong in that game. As we are seeing a kind of a vain defense here by Helio and Swill. Imperius just not even bothering. You gotta respect that, just recognize when you're beat. And Tickle Me Tassadar just dominated that game. I mean, that was not close, and we expected close in this series. So hopefully Periloot can come back stronger in game number 2. But man, that was a really good game by Tickle Me Tassadar. So we're gonna get set up for game number 2 here, but just taking a look at the stats. I mean, look at Medivh's damage. That is insane. By far the highest damage in the game by, I mean, almost 20,000. The highest damage in the game. Brightwing doing a lot of healing throughput, but it was really the Polymorphs and the Emerald Wind, and it was just, there was so much, hey, guess what, you're going to try to kill this guy, but you're not going to, on the side of, well, we're actually going to jump very quickly into game 2, so we'll be right back. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, everyone. Welcome back, everyone. Next gaming series. DB Smiley here, bringing you Periloot versus Tickle Tassadar. Well, I'm not gonna lie, map 1 did not live up to the hype. Tickle Tassadar just absolutely dominated. They made Periloot look a little silly at times. So Periloot gonna have to come back much stronger here in game number 1, starting with potentially a Medivh ban. We already see the Li Ming ban, so targeting some of Oggle's preferred heroes, Oggle the Great, really living up to his name, playing very well. Joanna banned out by Tickle Tassadar. Let's see what they banned second. It's gonna be a Kilthos ban. And not wanting to deal with all the zoning that can bring, and there's Medivh ban, as we expected. Medivh was very dominant in game 1. Protected, by the way, definitely a problem, but Lunchbox is going to jump right back onto Greymane, and Greymane just having a bigger and bigger role in the meta here. As we've seen, we've really seen him grow in NGS, and starting to trickle down to some of the lower divisions, which can be slower to change. But you can see 25% pick rate. Higher on this map, but we're going to see a Chromie grabbed here by Argle Booster. So Chromie, and then there's that Artanis. So Artanis going to be the choice for the boss burn with the amateur opponent, but we're going to have a Chromie picked up. That is something I didn't expect. Broomboy getting right back onto ETC. Bashing going to jump onto Anduin here. So not seeing that Brightwing again. Brightwing, though, paired actually very well with the Medivh choice. Brightwing, exceptionally high sustained healing. Practically no burst healing. Do I remember casting you when you were on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But with that, Malthael banned out, Vala banned out, so limiting the burn options. I do expect Periloot is extraordinarily strong on this map. We'll see Raynor and then the Stukov choice. The Stukov is... Well, after level 16, he'll have Super Strain to deal with ETC and then Anduin's Root combo. It'll be very effective, except this map tends to be decided before level 16. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect here. Going to assume the worst. No, we're going to get the Chen again. So Chen actually made it through the draft. Oggle jumping onto Hanzo, who Butte Holiday will remind me is not meta. Joking, of course, trolling. Hanzo good onto this map. Not as good as he used to be, of course, but still very good. But Panda Pals is here, and there we have a Nubrak. So the Stukov will enable some good silences. I question his efficacy, though, with as much separation and stun potential as there is on the side of Tickle Tassadar, but we'll see. We'll see. Cocoon Silence, always a strong combo. Looking forward to this match. Looking forward here to game number 2. ETC one trick. Yeah, I mean, pretty much, but ETC's a strong hero at the moment. I mean, let's just go to the stats, as it were. ETC currently sitting 61% popularity, 56% win rate. So, I mean, numbers don't lie. That's for as popular as it is, 56% significant. It's a strong hero. We're getting set up for game number 2 here.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
So, looking forward to that. Give me 1 second here. I'm just getting my setup going as we introduce the teams. On the left side, Periloot, it's going to be Argle Booster going to be on Chromie, Swill going to be on Anubrak, Helio going to be on Stukov, Toasty on Rainer, and up here in the top Carson going to be on Anubrak. And over for the side of Tickle Tassadar, it's going to be Serenian up on the chin. Down here in the bottom, Broom Boy going to be on ETC, Lunchbox going to be on Greymane, Bashing going to be playing Anduin, and Ogle the Great going to be on that Hanzo. Level 1 talents, Artanis and Rainer both going with their band builds. The Periloot definitely has a lot of bands, but Chromie getting separated already with the Power Slide. There's the Time Trap. Argle Boost already taking a fair amount of damage, though. Perhaps an inauspicious start, we'll see. Good chunk damage there on the Ogle. Anduin, always fun to watch Anduin build. One of the most flexible healers in terms of talent build. Really can be built different ways, and I don't think any one way is seen as explicitly the best yet. Bold strat, I've seen W build, I've seen auto attack builds. Those tend to be the focuses. Bold strategy doesn't give too much away, other than it's not Q build. Because Q build, you obviously don't want to take that talent, but Bashing low, but Broom Boy goes in for Chromie. Chromie manages to walk away from that. Swill a bit low as well. Greymane gonna rotate around. But Anduin, you know, not able to step up and get too many auto attacks yet. Once he gets his level 4, that'll help, and that'll help his healing throughput. ETZ power slides in on Rainer. Anubrak, good disengage. Anduin throwing out the heals. Silence there from Stukov, who did go Spine Launcher, I should note. Spine Launcher definitely ups Stukov's hero damage at the cost of his Immortal Burn. Because it's just a straight 40% loss on Immortal Burn. That said, it significantly improves his hero damage just because it makes him more reliable. And there's a focus onto Anubrak, but the root doesn't quite land. Ogle the Great, meanwhile, flipping on focus onto Argle. But so far, bottom lane kind of neutral, maybe a slight edge to Tickle Tassadar in terms of hero damage, but not much else. But we are seeing Periloot move straight into their Bruiser camp. Going to use Rainer to clear that up quick. Greymane and Bashing rotating into their Bruiser camp up here in the top. No one really getting an advantage yet. Serenian doing okay, though. Carson lower on HP, and of course has a mana pool, unlike Chen. We'll see. We definitely we want a game 3 here, so hopefully Periloot shows up in a big way starting soon. Immortal spawning. It's going to be bottom is the defensive position for Periloot. Tickle Tassadar already has Hanzo and Greymane ready to burn. ETC there to zone. Moving straight in now. 5 people here for Tickle Tassadar. Artanis still rotating in, and that's already basically halftime. So great start here for Tickle Tassadar, but they land a swap on the Lunchbox, and he does go down. Great swap there, and now they're ready to defend. Actually, halftime has not been propped yet. We are an inch away from halftime, but we still do not have halftime. That kill came just at the right time. Artanis and Rainer starting that burn. Meanwhile, Tickle Tassadar looking for the opportunity to find halftime. Swill doing a very good job stalling it as long as he did. And actually, Periloot now in the lead. So this could force an engagement at Tickle Tassadar. Chromie went top to tap here. So we are getting the engage from Tickle Tassadar. A 5-man engage, in fact, so no one defending. Chromie getting some good chunk damage there on the Lunchbox, getting healed out by the Anduin for the time being. About a third of a level lead so far. Broom Boy taking a lot of damage there from Rainer. Getting healed up, though, very well from that Anduin. Root comes in, hits Chromie, but here comes the auto attack damage. Done out onto Anubrak, miss swap there by Carson, so not finding anything yet. Helio trying to spread those heals. Needs to be careful, though. But they do manage to kill the Immortal. Greymane did go back to burn, but the 4-man defense... Oh, excuse me, Tickle Tassadar did win that. Oh, no, they didn't. They won the globes. I am not a smart man, chat. Periloot winning that. Greymane did go back to burn, but they managed to poke in enough with that Rainer, with that Chromie to get the Immortal down. But let's see what they can do with it. Already this Immortal is down to about 50% HP. As I speak, it just falls more and more, so maybe I should shut up for Periloot's sake. Aww. They lost it. So that was one of the fastest Immortal burns I have ever seen in my life. I sincerely don't know what to say. That was an insanely fast Immortal burn. As that Immortal almost got no value. It got a tower. ETC trying to power slide in onto Argle Booster. Gets slowed by Stukov, as well as the spears there. Swill having to walk away, though, as Redemption coming out from Ogle the Great. Haven't seen as much Redemption lately. The focus has more been on the Q and W build, but Redemption's still a very strong talent. And especially now that it's stacked, Hanzo can really truck quite a lot of damage into the enemy tank, Anubarak. So, gonna have to be respected. Meanwhile, down on the bot, nothing really happening. Anyway, up in the top, hopefully something more exciting. Nope, nothing really happening. Maybe over here. No, ECC power slides in. Alright, nothing's still happening. What about over here? This looks exciting. Look! Look, it's a chain. Nobody really doing anything at the moment. But, Lunchbox managing to take this top siege camp. Now diving in for Swill. Silence comes in to disengage it. Toasty's a bit low. Gonna need to back up. But this Immortal spawning, no one has taken their Bruiser camp yet. Swill is a bit low. Broomboy gonna bot out the bush. Viridian now coming in. Greymane staying bot, starting to burn Periloot's Immortal. So Tickle Tassadar getting a little lead. Rainer clearing up that siege camp, now looking to join the fight. Greymane's still burning though, has it about a third down. Flowing Sands, trying to buy some space. There's a power slide onto Rainer. Gonna manage to avoid getting stunned out there. But, ooh, Swill gets focused, he gets stunned, and he gets dropped. Ogle the Great, though, gonna pay for it with his own life, not able to get out of there in time. Now looking for the swap, doesn't find it, but Greymane straight away onto the burn, so Periloot's gonna have to play defense here. Slowing Sands comes out, Chromie is stunned. In a very awkward position, Lunchbox gonna walk up and get the finish. Periloot now really hurting. They're about to give up a big shielded Immortal, and I think they're gonna give up Carthan as well. No, Carthan is gonna get away. So Periloot, losing that Immortal, losing it by a fairly wide shield margin. As the Anubarak kill and the Chromie kill enabling Tickle Tassadar to get a good lead. It's going to be bottom lane. Lane getting cleared up, trying to push out the minions. But this is a very, very healthy Immortal, and you know, Rainer's going to have good burn onto the Immortal, Chromie not so much. There's Cursed Bullet onto Swill. Swill gonna tap. Has the armor reduction, but it's fallen off. Blind gonna land onto Greymane. Gonna buy them some time. It landed on the Hanzo as well, which is useful. Gonna buy them some time to, ooh, Toasty's in a bad spot. Great knockback to prevent the power slide engage. Toasty blowing his adrenaline and trying to trade out with Ogle here. The Mortal will get the fourth, though, but I don't think it'll go much further. So that's actually, given how healthy that Immortal was, that was an exceptionally good defense there by Periloot, all things considered. But now Anubarak is in a bad spot. Good at Cocoon, Slowing Sands coming out. Lunchbox is low, but looks like ETC gonna get away. All the members of Tickle Tassadar are gonna get away from this. Toasty now getting rooted. Possible turnaround. There's the Dragon's Arrow looking for the Mosh. Greymane comes in, and that Mosh will not get interrupted. Three-man Mosh. Chromie just buying time with her timeout. And a little B steps coming in, but that was a really good mosh there by Broomboy. And Tickle Tassadar now going to get a lead here in this game. taking bot bruiser camp, more denial than it is going to get value off, but they will rotate into this bottom siege camp as well. Meanwhile, Chen in the top pretty much preventing Carthen from doing anything, but then Carthen really preventing Chen from doing anything as well. Chen gonna start the siege camp? No, mostly just hanging out in the bush. Hanzo's up here, so now he possibly could, or at least Hanzo could start this. Serenian gonna check it. Shout out to my boy Rexpa. Rexpa doing very, very well in Division B at the moment. Absolutely a star for his team Unemployed Gaming, who are doing exceptionally well at the moment. But Bruiser Camp gonna get grabbed by Tickle Me Tassadar, so they have effectively painted the map red, but they're gonna have to respond to this bottom push that's coming in, as Minion's gonna get cleared up. ETC looking for the flank, flowing sands, but Chromie now separate out from the team with the face melt. Bashing, rotating very aggressively, light bomb there onto ETC. Gonna get swatted out there by Stukov. Cocoon onto Anduin, but he's gonna survive. Root from Anduin lands onto Swill. Gonna have to run away now. Still taking a lot of damage from that Greymane. 13 Talontier advantage on the side of Tickle Me Tassadar as Chen starts the burn here. Periloot rotating around, looking to play defense. Artanis needs to deal with a double camp at the top that's taking the wall out. Swill now in a really bad spot. Burrow charges, but doesn't get away. Chen with the Breath of Fire, gonna secure the kill. Now Argle Booster in a lot of trouble. Getting the heal there. Turn around onto Ogle the Great, perhaps. There's the Dragon's Arrow. There's a Mosh, though, that's going to get onto Chromie and Stukov, and they are both going to drop. And Tickle Me Tassadar potentially in a situation to dominate this series now, move into first place here in the league. Periloot really on the back foot, and that's not going to help. They will have level 13 advantage. Halftime is here, though. They are soaking, they get level 13, so they're not level 13 advantage, excuse me, they'll be equal on level 13 talent here. But Tickle Me Tassadar with a nearly full shielded Immortal, gonna be pushing up to this top lane. This is kind of the last chance for Periloot to make this a series. Chromie right now in the bot lane soaking. So it looks like they're just gonna give the fort up. Swap. Nope. It's missed. Immortal is up. Chen is here on the flank. Chromie now rotating up. Hyperion coming out. There's the Cocoon onto ETC. Try to make it a 4v4 for the time being. Serenian died in the back line. There's a stun. Want to make sure they can interrupt Panda Pals if they get the chance. Fort goes down. Immortal still shielded for the time being. Artanis doing his best to kill the shields before it gets too close. The shields are down, that's going to help. Rainer can step up now, slowing Sands under the gate to discourage any type of hard engage. But Artanis is getting focused. There's the flailing swipe, making sure Artanis can get away. And actually Helio stepping up and intercepting that route as well. So great play there by Helio. And the Immortal drops, so that was a very good defense there by Periloot. But now down level 16 Talontier, so they're going to be facing some difficulty. Stukov does have a great dance. You're exactly right. To quote, oh, Chromie maybe is posted in the wrong neighborhood. Oh, there's the timeout, though. But Chromie is going to get dropped, and Swill now getting focused here by Hanzo. Hanzo managing to find that finish. And Helio going to be next to fall. 3-man mosh. That's game. That is game. Is it game? Are they gonna end? No, it's not game. I thought they maybe had the keeps lower. They did not. So not necessarily game yet, but my god, that mosh was devastating because you already lost 2 people who were trying to retreat. ETC moshes under the gate. And this series has just been all Tickle Me Tassadar. It's going to take a monumental comeback. And this is a map not known for monumental comebacks. Can happen, but man, they are down a lot. They're down a keep now in the bot lane. Swap coming in. Hits ETC. Here's the Hyperion. Anduin going to separate. Chen now getting cocooned. Trying to just get something, but Chen gonna get broken out of Cocoon. Light Bomb gonna help peel him out. Anub going back in. Ogle manages to leap over the wall, though, before it drops. There's a swap on the Lunchbox. Lunchbox gonna engage to disengage, and Anubrak getting turned on with the power slide. He's gonna be the first to fall. Blind hits 4. But Tickle Me Tassadar are gonna be able to disengage this and just start burning boss. Rainer actually starting, needs to be really careful here. He's getting some damage. But this burn coming hot and heavy, although actually being matched fairly well given the circumstances by the Rainer and the Artanis. But still, huge loot for Tickle Me Tassadar, but Periloot gonna have one last chance to defend. They have to fight this, down 16 talents here, which is devastating. You never want to do that. But, they really just don't have a choice. Periloot trying to soak 16s. If they give up this Immortal with this much shielding, I don't see that they can win this game. Rainer still soaking the bottom, though. Now rotating up, but this Immortal is low. That's a pretty heavily shielded Immortal. It's going to be difficult. Periloot going to need basically a perfect defense. They are going to have level 16. So choosing to wait until they have that level, but with no wall, this keep is definitely forfeit. So at this point, you have to think about fighting past the Immortal. But that said, I mean, Tickle Me Tassadar has just shown dominance in securing kills that we just have not seen out of Tickle Me Tassadar. Or excuse me, out of Periloot. Forgive me. Damage coming out on the Broom Boy, being healed up. Push coming in, level 16s are here. Hyperion trying to zone. Chen moving into the back line. There's the Cocoon. But no engage off the Cocoon. Still trying to burn that Immortal. The Keep is standing for the time being. Anubrak having to burrow charge away. There's Cursed Bullet trying to get on. Swill gonna get bailed out by Stukov with the flailing swipe. But this Immortal now moving directly onto the core. Swill taking a lot of damage. There's the Light Bomb, gonna secure a stun onto Stukov. Helio's in a lot of trouble. Oh, Dragon's Arrow with the miss. Helio gonna be able to escape that. And Anduin goes down in the back line. But the core is shieldless now, and the Panda Pals are on that core. Hanzo gonna drop, though. Panda Pals now over. Chen alone on the core, 60%. Serenian is gonna go down here, so a chance for Periloot, but they are gonna have to still need another miracle or two as the core is down to 55%. They're going to have to play nearly flawlessly from this point out. And it starts by getting value here with these 3 kills. Lunchbox, Hearthing. Looking like they're turning on to Siege Giants to try to push out this top fort where the wall is weakened. Bottom there is no wall, but trying to start painting the map blue a bit. By getting the cannons, they can at least get a little bit closer to 16 with the XP that those provide. Hermes starting to siege up. Rainer coming in as well. Still no Chen. That was a good stagger by Periloot. Their core is shielded again, though you do have a couple catapults approaching and a third on the way. They're going to have to be cognizant of that. Chromie Hearthing to clear up the bot lane. Periloot running bot, meanwhile. They still are down 20 Talentiers now, though. Taking a look at these level 20s. As Bruiser Camp going to get grabbed here by Tickle Me Tassadar. Still no level 20s picked by a couple of people, but ETC going Bolt of the Storm. We have the play of the game as expected. Anduin going with Varian's Legacy. As Periloot losing the halftime show. Now probably just have to take a fight down 20. They can't give up this Immortal. Grayman going with the Cleave on his auto attack. Panda Pal's upgrade at 20. Chromie a little bit forward, blowing the timeout very early in the fight. There's a big power slide into a mosh. And Anubrak got blown up. Light Bomb coming in. The stuns are coming fast and furious. Chromie goes down. Toasty going to be the next to fall. Dugov going to get away. Carson is not. Carson going to be the next to drop. And Tickle Me Tassadar just won themselves a domination victory with that. Not even going to finish the Immortal, just moving on to Core. And really dominant showing in this series by Tickle Me Tassadar. They definitely looked like the better team. They played like the better team. Serenian had some fantastic Chen play. Really great ETC play. Broom Boy with some fantastic moshes in game number 2. And Tickle Me Tassadar gonna grab the domination victory. So with that, Ogle the Great leading damage, probably to no one's surprise. The Lunchbox getting more than several kills. ETC 100% kill participation, really good setups with this CC. Anduin there as well, 100% kill participation. Great healing by Anduin. Just felt like except for that core push, just Periloot never had the ability to just get the kill. And you got to attribute that to bashing with a few saves, and the light bombs were good as well. We're going to see if we can do a post-game interview. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, everyone. Thank you for watching. Welcome back, everyone. Next is Gaming Series. DB Smiley here. I am joined by the captain of the victorious Tickle Me Tassadar, and wow, you guys look good tonight.
Thank you very much.
So heading into the series, like, what were your expectations, and do you feel that you met or exceeded them?
I think we definitely exceeded our own expectations here. We've been prepping for this game for a while. This is a very big week for us, both as far as standings go and for just, I think, team morale as a whole, because Periloot and Can't Counterpick Stupid are the two teams we're facing this week, and both of them have been talked about facing us, facing each other. That sort of trio has been talked about from the start of the season. So this is a really big week, and for us to bring it like that tonight was very, very good for team morale.
Yeah, and I mean, taking a look at the standings now, you know, that 3-point victory is actually going to vault you over Lurk Patrol, moving you guys up 20 points into first place. So, you know, obviously, you got the match. I think the match is still coming with Counterpick Stupid. Is that correct?
That is correct. Sunday night.
Yeah, so that's going to be a big match, obviously, in the fight for the 1 seed between you and Lurk Patrol. With that, I mean, you guys having a good season. Taking a look at kind of the maps that we saw, as the first map was Cursed Hollow. What made you guys pick that map? Out of curiosity.
We
don't
trying
see
to
it
focus...
as much with the RNG kind of nature of the map.
Yeah, we were trying to focus a little bit more on the macro side of things. We've been working on it a lot lately, but we've been improving with it. We already know our team fight is strong, but we've started to notice that sort of trend that we found when we're picking macro maps. We end up getting progressively larger advantages every time we go there, and it seems to be getting better from week to week. So we really enjoyed a map like that. BOE was the pick of Periloot, and I think that they might have even identified that to some extent, because that is a lot. It's a lot less macro intensive when you compare it to something like Cursed Hollow. But yeah, like I said, I mean, Teamfight is where we have our roots, really. That's where we started the season out, and we've just been kind of transitioning and really liking the way that feels on maps like Cursed Hollow.
All right. Well, I mean, you guys definitely, I think, played that map very well. Obviously, the kill count kind of spoke for itself. Map 2, BOE, this is a map that Periloot has been very strong on this season. And they did win the first Immortal. You guys burned it down exceptionally quick. And from there, you won every last Immortal. So what do you attribute your success on map 2 to the most?
I mean, BOE was actually a map that we picked a lot early on in the season. It ended up getting banned against us a number of times, and honestly, in that time, I think we realized, hey, we actually like some other maps too. So, in having it banned from us, we already knew we were very comfortable on that map. So we even thought it was a little bit strange to see them picking that into us. Although, again, they are also a good team on the map, but it's one that we have shown a lot of strength in. We haven't dropped a map on it when we played it, and we have played it a number of times. So when we saw that, we weren't overly worried about it.
All right. Well, from there, I mean, I guess, you know, obviously the next steps for can't counterpick stupid. After tonight's match, does that change your perception of you know, how likely you think you are to get a win there, or are you still trying to just kind of stay humble and stay focused? Like, what are your thoughts?
At this point in the season, I mean, yeah, we're always trying to stay humble to some extent, but at this point in the season, our goal is really to not drop another map at all, like let alone a full match. We really want to come out of the season strong. We had a little dip where we started dropping a map here, a map there, and then we actually got dominated by Lurk Patrol, who is very quickly becoming our main sort of contender, and looks like it's going to be in the playoffs. But yeah, we're shooting for flawless from here. We're really cracking down.
All right. Well, best of luck with that, and for everyone else. Oh no, my things aren't working. I've been having a lot of issues. There we go. It's fixed. Been having a lot of issues tonight, but we are going to take a brief break. We'll be back at 10:30 with a big matchup in Division B East. It's going to be between Reborn Knights White and, oh, forgive me, Reborn Knights White and Who Knows Gaming. So stay tuned for that. You can see there are a couple games kicking off right now at 10 o'clock, but we will be back here at 10:30. So I'll see everyone then. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Oh, and last chance. Sorry, I forgot to say this. Serenian, do you have any shout-outs? Forgot that.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important.
Sure. Well, thanks for Periloot coming out today. We've been really excited for this for a long time, as I've mentioned in a couple of past interviews and just in general. Shout out to my team. Like I mentioned, we've been cracking down, and I really appreciate all the dedication from everyone. It's been really great to see this past, I guess, almost a month now. But and shout out to you. Thanks for casting our game. I really appreciate that. I always appreciate when we can get casters. Just about everything has been. So, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for that, and we'll catch everyone here in just a bit. We'll see you soon. We'll be right back.